Hello and welcome to a special nap time edition of Reading Shakespeare with Cats. I'm Mr. Level, this is Tank, and that is Ollie. We're going to be reading Act 3, Scenes 5 and 6, two short scenes that round out Act 3. The first of which, Scene 5, is mainly one speech by Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft. And many scholars believe that this scene was not actually written by Shakespeare, but was added to the play afterwards. Either way, it appears in our edition, so we'll read it. We begin with thunder. Boom, bam, boom. Yeah. Enter three witches meeting Hecate.
Why, how now, Hecate? You look angrily.
Have I not reason, beldams as you are, saucy and overbold, how did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part or show the glory of our art. So Hecate's upset, clearly. Why? Because here they went and they messed with Macbeth without her. She's got some serious FOMO going. And which is worse, all you have done hath been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who, as others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. So, to make matters worse, what did they do? They benefited Macbeth, who they call a wayward son, who's spiteful and wrathful, and who loves for his own ends, not for them. He doesn't do it for the witches, he does it for himself, but make amends now. In other words, here's their chance to make up for their mistakes. Get you gone, and at the pit of Acheron meet me in the morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide your charms and everything beside. I am for the air. This night I'll spend unto a dismal and a fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere noon. Upon the corner of the moon there hangs a vapor's drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to ground, and that, distilled by magic's lights, shall raise such artificial sprites as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. I'll pause for a moment. She says to meet at the pit of Acheron. Acheron is the river in the underworld in Greek mythology. And she says that that's where you'll meet me in the morning, and that is also where he will come to know his destiny. Macbeth is coming. He said so in the last scene, that he's going to go and see the Weird Sisters. And she knows he's coming. And then ultimately, all this magical stuff, I'm going to skip through it, ultimately is going to lead to raise such artificial sprites as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. So it's going to raise these artificial sprites or spirits, and they will, they're artificial in that they're deceitful, and then they're going to lead Macbeth to his confusion. And remember from a previous scene, confusion can sometimes mean more than just being confused. It can also mean destruction. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear. If your hopes are above wisdom, then that means that your hopes are not wise things to hope for. He shall spurn fate. If spurn is to reject. So he's going to take fate and reject it. He's going to scorn death. He's going to mock death, and his hopes are going to be too high, and that's the result of their meeting with him. And you all know security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Another one of those thematic lines there, the idea that humans' greatest enemy is the feeling of security, because once we feel secure, our downfall comes, we make mistakes. There's music and a song. Oh my, I don't know, what? Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone. Done or gone? I don't know. And then that's apparently her song. She says, "Hark, I am called. My little spirit sea sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me." Hecate exits, and there's singing within. Come away, come away, come away. Bum, 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 come away. You don't know the song by Enya probably, but that's it. Then the first witch says, "Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again." And they exit.